Now I've been hearing through the grapevine that the PlayStation stuff, or I don't know if it's just gonna be the games, I don't know if it's gonna be the hardware and all that kind of good stuff, is going up even more. It's gonna get crazy. And according to sources I've been hearing, is that it's probably because of terrorists, I think. I don't really follow politics too much, but at the same time I'm hearing that it's just all bad. And then at the same time, then I also heard some more news that I guess that the terrorists supposed to be easing up and stuff like that. But here's the thing though. When something goes up with these folks, they ain't going back down. Once they say a price, that's it. It seems like it might go a little lower. They might throw like a little bone or a sale or whatever, but they ain't going back down. I mean, so it's crazy. So we gotta figure out ways to save some money. Okay, so I got my controller right here. You can call it the DualSense. I had this one ever since the PS5 first release. This one, I had this one for years, and it's been treating me very, very well. No problems, no drifting, if you want to say, or none of that. I haven't had no problems with this controller. Battery doesn't hold the charge too long. So at the same time, it's time for me to go ahead and try to change this battery out. But we could go out there and change out our controller, like go get another one, another DualSense. But today it's racking up to almost like 80 bucks. So if you say 74, but it's basically like 80 something bucks just for a DualSense. I just want to just go ahead and just change out my battery. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, you guys, let's get started. What is going on, you guys? Your boy Famous Kid Video Game Entertainment. And before we go any further, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Click like, subscribing. It's always a big help. Now I believe that this should be the same method with the newer controllers that they do have out there, or the newer DualSense that they have out there. I'm not sure. That's why I'm not gonna really call this like a how-to. You can follow along if you want to. Hope this works out. All right, I'm finna just hop into it. All right, now this setup, just like I said, it came with 2 batteries. I'll leave a link in the description, and it came with actually all the tools that I needed to go ahead and get these going. All right, okay, first, if you got like nails like me a little bit, just kind of pop those 2 sides off right under the controller. Just gonna see it right here, and then you're gonna give it like just a little bit of force and kind of pull straight up, okay, and then stop. Once you start to get into the middle just a little bit, just kind of stop, and then right there you're just gonna pull upward, okay, because it's got like 2 teeth like right on that front. You want to pull that to the side, okay. At this point you got like 4 screws, 2 under the bottom right here, and you're gonna have 2 at the top where R1 and L1, okay. Take one of the triggers, and then basically just gonna use the tool, and then just gonna pop it out. Just gonna slip it right in and pop it out. It's just come right out at that point, and then we're gonna do the same thing with the other. Now I'm gonna show you what a 4 screws is, okay. So the 4 screw pieces, just grab your tool that's provided, and then I'm gonna show you there's one right here, there's one up here, which I'm gonna start at the top. There's the second one from the top, and then it's gonna be 2 at the bottom, okay. And here's the second one right there, okay. Now once you got all 4 of these out, then we're just gonna try to go to the side, and we're just gonna try to pry the side just a little bit, and then I'm just gonna try to go on the other side just to pry just a little bit. We're gonna keep on messing with it and just kind of just popping it if we possibly can. Just go straight up, just pop it right there. Now you got 2 flaps right here on the front. I would use the tool and just kind of open it up just a little bit. Just kind of pull that flap up just a little bit. Now if you have some problems to where the thing doesn't pop up, go ahead and grab your other tool. You see how I'm just trying to hold it? Grab your other tool, just stick it right there. That's just what I'm doing. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna try to pop that other piece open. Now watch, and check this out. We're just gonna pop that other piece open, pull it right there, really easy. Now both of them's good, okay. At this point right now, it may seem like it's gonna be hard to pull off because you might see like you got another screw up in there, but it's not. Just kind of keep prising it, and there's gonna be a lip on the front that's holding it together. Just got to get through that part, and then go on the other side, and then that should just pop right off, okay. Now after that, we're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you, we're gonna go ahead and get to the battery, okay. The battery is like right there, which is gonna be easy. Just kind of go ahead and just kind of pull straight up, okay. And then now that's done. That's the old battery. Time to go ahead and pop in that new battery. Make sure things are lined up, okay. If you got to follow the other one, that's fine. Just make sure that you got the proper battery and the plug is the same. If it's not, then you might have to just send it back and just get another one. But this one has like an adhesive on the back, so we're just gonna take it and we're gonna push it in and just push straight in, just like I popped it up. Push it straight in, and then at that point, before I sit up there and hot these wires, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this battery in place a little bit, but I'm just gonna bend this wire just a little bit, take off the adhesive right here, take off the adhesive. I'm just gonna lay it up in there in its place. Then now I'm just gonna go ahead and hot those wires right under the flap. There should be a little flap up in there. And then now you're done. You're done. You don't have to do anything else. If you probably need to wipe off the side, wipe up inside like some of the crevices if you need to. But at the same time, you're pretty much done. You're ready to put the stuff back. Okay. Now don't forget the those two lips right there on the front. So that part has to go on first, okay? Before you go ahead and like kind of pop anything in. If you go the other way, it's not gonna work, okay? Then now you just gotta go ahead and have a happy medium and just kind of feel to where you can just pop them back in. It's just snap right back in. So just keep on messing with it till all the pieces snaps right in. Just keep trying to fiddle with it and all the snaps, okay? Make sure all the snaps up in there, okay? Just kind of feel around and make sure, just check your work, and then you should be cool, okay? At this point in time, we're just gonna pop the screws up in there. Start with the top. It's going one. This goes the second one right here. And here's the third one. And finally the last one right there. So, now we got all that secured. Then we're gonna go ahead and just pop our button back on. We're just gonna go ahead and just push it. That's all you gotta do. Push it right in. It should pop right in. Go to do the same thing with the other one. Just checking your work, making sure everything looks good. Now make sure those teeth is popped right back in that spot, okay? See how I push that in? Just to make sure that it's popped back in there. And then after that, that's when you just work your way down, get all the way back down there to the lip at the end under the controller. Just make sure you get a good feel and make sure everything is like pushed back up in there and making sure that everything is like secure in there. And then look, everything's done. You're all good. This made me just remind me of that Bloodborne game. That's like, man, I had this for a while, but this looks really good. Now, hey, it's done. Yep, we're all good. Actually took time with this controller because I wanted to make sure that it's going to handle long gaming sessions. And also I wanted to make sure that it charges on the charging ports and being able to use with the charging wire on the PS5. So there you have it. That was like my first time doing this, changed out the battery of this controller. And all I did was just read the directions and I just kind of put my own twist to it. So I don't think it's just too hard to change this thing out, but just in case, I just figure I'll just make like a little video to kind of help people, but I don't want to call it a tutorial. It's just tips and tricks on what I do. All right, you guys, if you made it this far, I truly appreciate it. And from Gamer to Gamer, thanks for watching.